If you're looking for protein smoothie recipes on the internet, you are basic as shit and you need to be on Pinterest. But since you're here, people need a YouTube video for everything now. What's up? I'm Mike and this is Hard to Hurt, a channel dedicated to fitness and self-defense. We cover fitness tips, self-defense techniques, gear reviews, as well as concepts and principles that make you hard to hurt. If you're here, I guess you've decided that you need more protein in your life, which is almost always a good decision. Full disclaimer up front though, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm a personal trainer, which means almost nothing. So it gets real bro science-y in here when we talk about nutrition. So make sure you check the comment section for some guy who's got like a PhD in nutritionism or whatever. He'll tell you how fucking wrong I am about everything. I always thought protein smoothies were pretty self-explanatory, but we get asked this literally every day, what I do for protein. If you haven't already, make sure you check out our other nutrition videos. I'll put links in the description below, as well as links to all the relevant stuff that I'm using up here. The first and most important ingredient in your protein smoothie is protein. My standard recommendation is Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard 100% Whey Protein Isolate. It's this one here. This is the one to get. I always get it in delicious strawberry. Kristen uses, the vanilla and chocolate. She makes like a coffee one. I've got Rocky Road here. Every once in a while, I use Muscle Farm Combat. I think it tastes a little better, but in my opinion, the gold standard is the best. Isolate breaks down very easy, so if you make it and try to put it in the fridge, it's gonna taste fucking gross. Pack the powder separately and mix it up when I'm on the go. Now, also down there in the comment section will be a bunch of bodybuilding.com nerds who will tell you a bunch of shit you've never heard of is the best. I know it's mainstream or whatever, you can get it at Vitamin Shop. This is the one I use. They don't pay me to use it. You see we got a shit ton of it. That's the one I like. The one thing that I will get pretty specific as far as the recommendation of is this stuff right here. This is Silk Protein Nutmilk. I really like this one primarily because it's called Nutmilk. I like saying Nutmilk. I like using the word Nutmilk in sentences. 10 grams of protein per serving, only 2 grams of sugar. This makes it a little thicker and smoother than if you just mix with water, which is gross, but it doesn't turn me into a woman like when I drink soy milk. We use a Nutribullet. I like it because it's got no settings, no buttons, it's got one speed, really fast, and I don't use it for anything but making smoothies, so I don't need a lot of settings. It comes with a couple sizes of the cups, came with a couple of these. We've had this one for like 4 or 5 years, and it's run like a champ, and I've never done any maintenance to it. So as far as the other ingredients, we're going to use 1 cup of frozen strawberries, a little less than a cup of frozen pineapples, and if you're into putting greens in your smoothie, we're going to use a little bit of spinach. I don't really know why people do it. I guess I just do it because of peer pressure, and I used to like Popeye, and I fucking hate kale, so I use spinach, but it doesn't really matter. You don't have to use it. It doesn't really do anything. Now, you got to do this in a certain order so you don't fuck it up. Step 1, nut milk from some freshly milked nuts. You need to pour a little bit of the liquid in there that you're going to use. Add the strawberries. You add the pineapples. I usually go ahead and have one. All cold. Frozen pineapples make a great snack, but they're cold on my teeth. You add the spinach, and you have to add the spinach after the fruit so the weight of the fruit pushes it down in the blades when you flip the whole thing upside down. There's high-level physics going on in here. Then you add your powder. I do 2 scoops, which is 48 grams of protein, plus 2 servings of the nut milk, which is about 20 more grams of protein. This thing ends up with about 70 grams of protein in it. Then you screw this bad boy on. This thing's so easy, a moron could operate this thing. Now this thing is pretty loud, so if you have like little sissy kids that do this when they hear loud noises, they're probably gonna freak the fuck out. Boom, but it's just that fast. Sometimes when it's done, it gets a little tight. I guess it creates pressure because it spins, but I have a man-sized grip because I watched our video on grip strength, and that's why my grip is so good. Now, an important step, you need to throw this shit in the sink right away because that just makes it a lot easier to keep clean. Run some water over it, off camera, which this is making for a great portion of the video. I prefer the McDonald straw. It's the right circumference, and they just have them out. You can just steal a bunch and, do your part to destroy the environment. I got a tooth pulled out today, so apparently I'm not supposed to use a straw, so I have to drink it like this, which I don't think there's a cool way to do on camera. It looks disgusting, but it tastes pretty good. Now, here's the thing you got to remember about a smoothie recipe like this. It's 70 grams of protein, but it's 650 calories. So depending on what your goals are and what your weight is, if you're trying to lose weight, this could be a third to a half of your daily caloric intake. So now if you are trying to lose weight, I'm gonna give you a little bonus tip and recipe. Bonus tip, if you're trying to lose weight, Stop trying to eat shit that's fun and tastes good. Now here's a super secret bonus recipe if your goal is weight loss or if you're on the go. You take a blender bottle with 8 ounces of water in it wherever you're going. Then you take one of these with a scoop of protein powder in it, like this. You dump that in there. You screw this on really tight. This is the important part. And then you shake the shit out of that motherfucker. Boom, it's done. Now, in a recipe, this is normally where they'd say, enjoy. But you don't enjoy this shit because you're trying to lose weight and you need to get over trying to enjoy everything that you put in your mouth. Yeah, that's awfully unpleasant, but it provides me with hydration and protein. So guys, that's my protein recipe for whatever reason, plus a bonus recipe if you're on the go or trying to lose weight. If you want more information on any of the products I used in this video, make sure you click the links in the description below. And if you want more fitness tips, self-defense techniques, gear reviews, as well as concepts and principles that make you hard to hurt, make sure you click like and subscribe. Now go take your basic ass back to Pinterest.